What's going on YouTube? Here with an iPhone 8 screen repair. About to get to it in a second. So keep my coat on because my heater broke. Let me see this one can turn on before I start repairing it. Watt charger. Alright, let's turn it on. Alright, so apparently, I'm not gonna be able to turn the phone off by using the screen, so I'm just gonna wait till to open the phone up and take the turn the phone on using the battery. I mean using disconnect the battery. I'm actually gonna wait till it turns on to see if I can actually turn it off. So I'll be right back. I just turned it on real quick. Alright. First thing you want to do, make sure the bottom screws are out. After you make sure the bottom screws are out, these little screws, the tip is called a P2. You gotta get the screen up. So when I don't have a razor spudger, what I do is get like a small tip screwdriver bit, pry up. Sure. One of these boards right here, get the screen up easier. The suction cup. I'm gonna use my flathead though. Once you get one corner up, yeah, like that. You just kind of really go around with your finger. It's a crack glass, so actually, get a card. Something plastic. Just go around and cut the glue. This is the first one this phone's. Well, I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure this is the original screen. But some pretty good glue if it's not. iPhone 8's open up towards the right. The screen's actually separating. That's all worked out. What you want to do? You get your Phillips head bit. Take the screws out. Keep them in order too. Like a lot of people use a mat when they first starting off. At this point in the game, I could just lay it down on flat surface, keep track of it like that. Make sure these screws stay in order because some are longer than others. put a long screw where a short screw should be. You'll fry your motherboard. I just cut my nails because it's cold stuff. So I don't got nails right now. Now your screen's off. What you want to do? Get your new screen. And test it. I don't care if you sell it on eBay. 10 out of 5 stars. Always test your screen when you get it, just in case. It's real annoying when you got a bad screen. You put everything together. Shit. Gotta let it sit again. Give it a second. Actually, just turn it on. As soon as I just turned the camera off, so I let it boot up and test the touch. I don't know what this man got as his background, so cover it real quick. How's this on? Alright, touch works. Turn it off. Plug it. Plug the battery. Oh yeah. You can kind of tell like what flex cable goes to the battery and what doesn't. You see right here, it's like this little flex cable comes from the battery to this port, so that's the battery port. Just unplug it with your, usually my pinky now, index nail, but I don't got nails right now to clip them, so you gotta kind of dig in there. I use like a plastic spudger. Pop it off. Alright, here's what we do. Here's like the most time-consuming part in my opinion. We wanna get some tweezers. And all you do, just take everything from the microphone, camera, speaker assembly, and transfer it to the new display. Same thing applies with the screws. Keep it in order, or you're gonna fuck shit up. The first thing you take off, put on last. The last thing you take off, put on first. So I think the last thing we're gonna take off is the back plate, so we're gonna put that on first. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. That's how I do it. That's my phone. For the home button screws, you need a wide tip. Yeah, this one pretty much OEM. Sometimes you want to use a little bit of heat for the home button. I don't got a heat gun here, so what I'm gonna just do, actually, I might just use a little bit of alcohol. It's like, nah, I ain't gonna use alcohol. It's the heat gun. Oh my goodness, I just lost one of the screws. Yeah. If you're watching this right now, just lost one of your screws. So things about the screws, right? You don't need every single like screw to be put in. It looks aesthetically pleasing if it is. For the back plate, you can miss one screw and not really be worrying about anything. The goal though, obviously, make sure that every single screw is replaced. Back plate is kind of glued. Well, the connectors are glued to the back plate. Just put that back. And put that aside. Let me see if I can find the screw real quick. Ah, shit. There's gonna be more destruction trying to find it. Alright. Next thing I'm gonna do is the camera Wi-Fi assembly. You wanna get your tweezers. Actually, it's kind of cold on my part, so the glue is actually pretty. Usually, you want to get heat and do this. You really don't want to use metal when getting it off. It's one wrong move, you do rip the cable. Those are the same size, so it don't really matter for those screws. Nice and slow. You don't really need no heat. Well, use heat. Play it safe and use heat. If you're doing it for your first time. Nice and slow though. You can do it without heat. It's steady. Now we're gonna just replace it right there. Tweezers come in handy for this step. Alright. Take this off. Take all this tape off. I'll do next is transfer the home button over. Same thing applies here. Heat is really preferred. Not using it though. Actually, I might just use heat for the home button just because the risk reward. use heat for the home button. Blast it on one for like, what's that, 25 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. I usually have a plastic splitter to do this stuff with. I don't like using metal on these ribbon cables. It's bad practice. Right now I'm showing y'all bad practice. Use a plastic splitter and place my tweezers. My tweezers right now. Sometimes the tweezers are good, like loosening like a cable up like this, FBC connector. Yeah, use tweezers. We don't use it to like pry up in the middle, like when it's glued down. The home button in, stick it through the front, and, just bring it forward, adjust it. When you adjust it though, you want to make sure this plastic is peeled back. Kind of wiggle it around. You seat the connection. I'll go to Wawa after this. The whole year. Yes, sir. So, yeah. That's what's going on. So, Wawa type night. Alright. Once the back plate is on, you can start fully reassembling the iPhone. These like bottom prongs might bend back. It's either soft aluminum or soft iron. Just bend it back. Do what you need to do. Again, putting the home button in. It's going to be the Y tip screw bit. Get the first one in, and you don't really have to balance switch out the hand like that. And I'm getting this screw. Yeah. You get your speaker. What the fuck this is? Is this a speaker? Yeah, it's a speaker. It's your speaker. Alright, what you want to do? Get your Phillips tip back in there. And get the top right screw in so you can kind of relieve yourself of holding it down. And use a little bit less force. You let go of it if you want to. Bottom left. You just get all the rest of the screws on here. You gotta worry about holding it down anymore. Now we're gonna screw the back plate in with the screws we did not lose. Always make sure that you lose less screws than you have. Always make sure you don't lose less screws than you lose. Alright. Now we're going to get everything back installed. Important right here. If you rip this camera assembly, your phone going to boot will turn on and off because you ripped it right here. Make sure you install this correctly. I can't really describe how to install it correctly. You have to face the. I can't really show you from this thing. I gotta install it. But my body, I don't know if any of y'all had COVID. I'm not coughing, I'm not sneezing, I'm not doing none of that. Like, my throat a little bit, so that's the only, like, basic thing. But I just feel sore as shit. I'm not sure if it's COVID yet, though. I'm supposed to get tested today, but I fucking slept too. I slept, like, till, like, 9 o'clock. Woke up back to sleep. And then, fell back asleep, woke up at 11. Like, fell back asleep. When I say, like, fell back asleep, I mean, like, open my eyes real quick type shit, type time. I was knocked out again. Now, usually, like, I might wake, like, go back to sleep like 15, like, some, like, tired type shit. I wake up, like, every 15 minutes, but, like, nah, like, I was, like, really slumped. Fucking brother playing music and all that shit, like a lot of shit. Like I'm slick. But I ain't cough, like I ain't cough once I sneeze and shit. I ain't cough once though. So cancer, AIDS, or COVID. Let's hope it's not COVID. Out of 3, let me get COVID. Fuck it. I ain't doing iPhone 8 in so long. These ones will be together. Without. Also, my light is kind of at a weird angle. So let me use my phone like this. My other desk station, like workstation, I guess you could call it. I got light coming in from the side, so it's pretty much more convenient for me. It's right here. It's decent. But yeah, I got that bad boy in there. I can't really show you this part just because the angle I gotta work at. I gotta magnetize my screw tip. I'm gonna show you how to do that in a second. If this drops again, I'll show you right now. And we already done. Just turn it on, test it before I screw it in for good. Of course it's dead. I'll be back when I turn it on. Everything's good. Touch works. But yeah. Back glass is shot, but yeah. Just a quick little replacement for y'all. Call this man up, let him know his phone fixed.